The god of ash and silence sits on a throne of fused dungeon cores, 9 dead gods impaled on the spires behind him, and watches a live stream of the school that expelled him 6 months ago. The chat is going insane. They don't know it's him. They think he's a glitch, a player killer so far above the level cap that the system itself can't read his name. They call him the hidden god. They beg for his build. They offer real money, soul contracts, artifact-grade weapons just to see his face. He doesn't blink. He remembers a rainy Tuesday when his girlfriend called him dead weight in front of 300 students and a gym teacher who didn't bother to hide his smirk. He remembers the class awakening crystal glowing red over his palm and the word everyone saw. Magic Apprentice, the weakest class in the entire merged world. A class for NPCs, for shopkeepers, for the forgotten. He remembers the principal's voice over the intercom, flat and final. Expelled. No potential. Clear your locker before 3rd period. That was Aiden Voss, 17 years old, mana capacity 0, system worth 0, future 0. But that was before the hidden system found him. Before the first kill multiplied by 10,000. Before he learned the truth. The system doesn't make gods. It just multiplies what's already there. And what was already there, buried under 1,000 years of merged world dogma, was something the world had never seen. Rain hammers the window of Class 3B. 38 students sit in neat rows, each wearing the gray blazer of West Haven Awakening Academy, each with a small status window floating beside their right ear, visible only to them. Aiden stares at his. He's been staring for 40 seconds. Name, Aiden Voss, class, unawakened. Level 1, HP 100, MP 0, Strength 5, Agility 4, Intelligence 7, Willpower 1. The numbers don't move, they never move. The boy next to him, Marcus, has a sword icon rotating next to his name, a preview of the warrior class he'll almost certainly pull next week. Marcus glances over, sees Aiden's empty class field, and smirks. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't have to. The smirk is enough. At the front of the room, Instructor Yoon, a retired B-rank hunter with burn scars down the left side of his neck, taps the holographic board. The image shifts to a pyramid of classes. At the top, in gold, the high classes: Divine Knight, Arcane Lord, Shadow Monarch, Blood Emperor. Mid-tier, in silver: Berserker, Elementalist, Gunner, Assassin. Low tier, in bronze: Swordsman, Archer, Healer. And at the very bottom, so small the text is barely legible, the civilian classes: Merchant, Blacksmith, Farmer, Magic Apprentice. Aiden's eyes fix on that last one. Magic Apprentice. The class they give to people with mana circuits so weak they can't even light a candle. He knows with the kind of certainty that sits in your stomach like a cold stone, that's where he's headed. He has no mana. He's tested 3 times. 0. Not low. 0. In a world where magic is oxygen, he's a fish with no gills. The instructor drones on about class synergy, dungeon economy, the honor of contributing to the Great Merge Society. Aiden hears none of it. He's listening to the rain. The rain doesn't care what class you are. Lena catches him in the hallway after class. She's beautiful in the way a newly sharpened blade is beautiful. Silver hair pulled back tight, eyes the color of a cold river. She's a B rank already, class preview showing Shadow Weaver, and she walks with the confidence of someone who knows the world will make room for her. Aiden loves her. He's loved her since they were 12, since before classes mattered, since the merge was just history and not a verdict on your life. She pulls him aside, near the vending machines where the fluorescent light buzzes like a dying wasp. Her voice is quiet, not gentle, just quiet. Aiden, the awakening ceremony is next week. You know what's going to happen. He nods. His throat is dry. She looks at him, and for a moment he sees something like pity, but it's not just pity. It's pity mixed with embarrassment. She's already distancing herself. She's already calculating how much misty he'll do to her social standing. I can't, she says, and stops. Then restarts. We're in different worlds now. Literally. You'll get Magic Apprentice. Maybe Merchant if you're lucky. And I'm going to the top guilds. I can't drag you along. It's not fair to either of us. She doesn't say sorry. She just waits for him to argue. He doesn't. He turns and walks away, feeling her gaze on his back like a cold hand. The hallway stretches, gray and endless, and somewhere a door slams. He doesn't cry. He doesn't have the willpower to cry. The awakening ceremony is held in the school stadium under a dome of enchanted glass. 300 students stand in alphabetical rows, families watching from holographic feeds at home, guild recruiters in dark suits lining the upper balconies. A massive crystal hovers in the center, pulsing with inner light, the awakening stone that analyzes every cell, every neuron, every latent spark, and assigns a class based on the deepest architecture of the soul. Aiden stands in the V section, hands clammy, heart thudding like a war drum. Lena is 6 rows ahead, her back a straight line. Next to her, Darian Valcrest, the school's golden boy, already previewed as a high-class divine knight, turns and catches Aiden's eye. Darian smiles. It's not a kind smile. It's the smile of a predator that's already eaten and is just playing with the next meal. He mouths something. Aiden doesn't catch it. He doesn't need to. The line moves. One by one, students step up, touch the stone, and the voice of the system rings out across the stadium, amplified for all to hear. Swordsman, archer, elementalist, berserker, divine knight. The crowd cheers when Darian's class is called. He raises both arms, light cascading off summoned golden pauldrons, and the guild recruiters lean forward in their seats. Then Lena, Shadow Weaver, a ripple of genuine applause. She doesn't smile. She nods once, professional, already a hunter in her mind. Then it's Aiden's turn. He walks to the stone. The stadium goes quiet, not the respectful quiet of anticipation, the other quiet, the one that waits for a train wreck. He places his palm on the crystal. It glows red. Red is bad. Red is the color of the bottom tier. The system voice speaks, flat and sterile. Magic apprentice. Laughter erupts. Not from everyone, but from enough. Sharp, barking laughs from the warrior track boys. Snickers from the elementalists. A girl in the back yells something about a trash class. The instructor calls for silence, but his voice is weak. Darian laughs the loudest. He doesn't bother to hide it. He elbows the guy next to him and says, loud enough for the first 10 rows to hear, guess he can fetch mana potions for the real hunters. Lena doesn't laugh. She doesn't look at him at all. She's staring at her own status window, very carefully, as if Aiden Voss no longer exists. And maybe he doesn't. The principal's voice cuts through the noise. Aiden Voss, please collect your belongings and exit the ceremony. You are no longer a student of this institution. The words are precise, practiced, like they've been waiting for this. Because they have. West Haven doesn't keep civilian class students. It's a hunter academy. Waste of resources. He walks out. The glass doors swing shut behind him, and the sound of the crowd fades to a muffled roar. Rain is falling again. Of course it is. The streets of West Haven are slick with neon reflections. The merge fuse technology and magic so thoroughly that you can't tell where the screen ends and the spell begins. Holographic billboards show S-rank hunters selling energy drinks. Drones buzz overhead carrying packages wrapped in light. Aiden walks with his hands in his pockets, status window minimized but still visible in his peripheral, that red text burning like a brand. Magic Apprentice. Level 1, MP, 0. He wants to throw the window away, but you can't throw away your soul. He turns into an alley, not for any reason except the noise of the main street is too much. The alley smells of ozone and old garbage. A broken drone lies in a puddle. And then the world stutters. A blue window, not his own, appears in front of his face. It's not the standard system interface. It's darker, older, the edges jagged like broken glass. Text scrolls in a language he doesn't recognize, then resolves into English. Hidden condition met. Absolute zero mana detected. True void potential unlocked. Integrating hidden system. 10,000x reward multiplier. Aiden stops breathing. The window pulses. Do you accept? Yes, no. His hand trembles. This is impossible. There's no such thing as a hidden system. The merge established the rules 1,000 years ago. Classes, levels, skills. This is outside the rules. He thinks of Lena's back, straight and unyielding. He thinks of Darian's laugh. He thinks of the principal's voice. He presses yes. The world goes white. When he comes to, he's still in the alley. The blue window is gone. His status window is different. It's still red, still says Magic Apprentice, but there's a new line at the bottom in dark gold text that seems to absorb light. Hidden passive, multiply, rank X. All XP, skill proficiency, item drops, and stat gains obtained through combat or quest completion are multiplied by a factor of 10x to 10,000x. Activation rate, 100%. The factor is randomized with weighted probability. Aiden stares at it. 10x to 10,000x. Randomized. He laughs. It's a broken, wet sound half-sob. If this is real, and he kills a single slime in the beginner dungeon, he could gain the XP of a raid boss. He could jump 10 levels. 100. The system thinks he's trash. But trash multiplied by 10,000 is an avalanche. He stands up. The rain has stopped. A single drone hovers at the alley entrance, its camera eye swiveling to look at him. For a moment, he imagines the whole city watching. No one is. Not yet. The beginner dungeon is a low-rise building in the commerce district that used to be a shopping mall. After the merge, it became a level 1 instance, respawning slimes, dire rats, and the occasional goblin scout. It's free entry for civilian class holders, one of the few mercies the system offers. Most people come here to grind 2 or 3 levels before moving on. Most people don't have a multiplier. Aiden stands at the entrance, a cracked glass door that slides open with a hiss. Inside, the mall is dark. lit only by emergency strips and the bioluminescent glow of slime cores. The air smells of mildew and copper. His heart is pounding. He has no weapon. His only skill is Mana Bolt, which requires MP. He has 0 MP. The system gave him a skill he can't use. It's the final joke of the class, but he's not here to cast spells. He picks up a piece of broken railing, a metal pipe about 2 feet long, rusted but solid. It's not a weapon, it's a stick. It will have to be enough. He walks deeper into the mall. The first slime appears near an abandoned pretzel stand. It's a small thing, green and gelatinous, pulsing with a faint inner light. Level 1, HP 30. It has no intelligence. It just oozes toward him, sensing life. Aiden swings the pipe. The first hit does nothing. The slime jiggles. He swings again. A crack appears in its membrane. He swings a third time, screaming through clenched teeth. The slime bursts. A blue window appears. You have defeated level 1 slime. XP gained. 1. Calculating multiplier. Multiplier activated. 9,842x. XP gained. 9,840. Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. Aiden's body convulses as raw energy floods his veins. The windows cascade faster than he can read them. He hears the system chime in his skull, a frantic rhythm. Level 2, Level 5, Level 7, Level 12. Stat points accumulate. Skills unlock. His MP bar, the one that was 0 his entire life, jumps to 150, then 300, then 800. His HP breaks 1,000. His strength, a pathetic 5, climbs past 30, 50, 80. He drops to his knees in the dark, gasping, the pipe clattering to the ground. The slime is gone. He's level 14. He killed 1 slime and gained 14 levels. He stares at his hands. They're crackling with something raw blue sparks dancing along his fingertips. A voice in the back of his head, his own voice from a week ago, whispers that this is impossible. The system isn't supposed to work like this, but the numbers don't lie. He starts laughing. It's not a happy laugh. It's the laugh of a man who just realized the universe owes him a debt. He picks up the pipe. There are more slimes in the food court. 2 hours later, he walks out of the mall dungeon at level 43. His status window is a canvas of blue and gold. HP 12,400, MP 9,800, Strength 210, Agility 185, Intelligence 340, Willpower 92. Skills acquired: Mana Bolt evolved to Arcane Lance, Mana Shield Blink, Elemental Affinity, Shadow Passive, Regeneration. His Magic Apprentice class is still listed, but next to it in brackets the system has added a note: Evolution Pending. He understands now. The class isn't weak, it's a seed, and the hidden system is the fertilizer. His clothes are covered in slime residue and rat blood. A goblin scout gave him some trouble at level 15, but he hit a 6,201x multiplier on the kill and jumped straight to 38. He doesn't feel tired. He feels like a compressed spring. Outside, the city is dark. Neon reflections shimmer on wet pavement. A few people glance at him but see only another low-class hunter in dirty clothes. His level is hidden. He's learned how to cloak his stats. It's a basic function of the interface. He walks home, a cramped studio apartment in the lower wards, and collapses onto his bed. Sleep takes him instantly. In his dreams, he's standing on a pile of broken crystal, and the sky is on fire. 3 days later, the first dungeon raid alert goes out across the city network. A C-rank gate has opened in the industrial sector, spilling corrupted golems into a manufacturing plant. The Hunter Association sends a strike team. Aiden watches the live stream on his phone, eating instant noodles. The strike team is led by Darian Valcrest, now officially a divine knight in service to the Aegis Guild. The chat cheers his name. He dispatches a golem with a single radiant slash, and the comments explode with fire emojis. Aiden chews slowly. He opens his own status window. Level 43. He's been grinding 3 days. He hasn't touched a C-rank gate yet. The golems inside would be level 50 to 60. He might be able to handle them. More importantly, if he hits a high multiplier on a boss, he could jump to 70, 80, maybe unlock his class evolution. The hidden system is greedy. It wants him to push. He can feel it, like an itch under his skin. He finishes his noodles and stands up. Time to hunt. The C-rank gate is a swirling vortex of gray light in the center of an abandoned factory floor. The strike team has already cleared the first wave and withdrawn to regroup. Aiden slips in behind them, using Shadow Affinity to blend into the darkness. His blink lets him cross gaps instantly. He's not here to steal their kills. He's here for the ones they missed. The factory is vast, conveyor belts rusted and frozen, assembly arms hanging like dead insects. Golems patrol the aisles, hulking masses of stone and scrap metal with glowing red cores. Aiden picks his targets carefully, a lone golem near a collapsed wall. He blinks behind it, charges an arcane lance, and drives it through the core. The golem crumbles. XP gained, 2,400. Multiplier, 47x. XP gained, 112,800. Not a god roll. He's learning the probabilities now. Low multipliers are common, but even a 10x on a high-level enemy is monstrous. He grinds through the factory for an hour, killing 6 more golems, hitting multipliers ranging from 22x to a staggering 7,401x on the last one. He hits level 61. A new skill unlocks, Void Step, a short-range teleportation skill that leaves no trace, not even a mana echo. Perfect for someone who doesn't want to be found. He's about to leave when he hears voices. The strike team has returned. Darian's voice echoes through the factory, arrogant and loud. Aiden presses himself into the shadows. He watches Darian and his squad, 4 B-rank hunters, move toward the boss chamber. Darian is talking about Lena. Aiden's heart clenches. She's finally seeing sense, Darian says. Drop that dead weight. Now she's practically begging for a spot in Aegis. I might let her in, for a price. The squad laughs. Aiden's jaw tightens. He follows them. Within a week, the name Voidwalker is on every forum. A mystery hunter who appears in dungeons, kills bosses with single strikes, and disappears. The association has no record of him. The guilds offer bounties for his identity. Fan theories run wild. Some say he's an AI from the old world. Some say he's a bug in the merge. Some say he's a god. Aiden reads all of it from his apartment, now upgraded to a mid-ward studio with actual windows. He has money now. He sells the loot drops from his solo runs, rare materials that high-level crafters pay fortunes for. His wealth is growing as fast as his level. He's been careful, avoiding attention, but the system is pushing him. The 10,000x multiplier is not a gift, it's a chain. The hidden system requires progression, and if he stalls too long, it starts to eat at his stats. A warning appeared this morning. Stagnation detected. Host must defeat an opponent of equal or higher level within 14 days or suffer permanent level drain. So he needs to find something stronger. He's level 109 now. The city's A-rank dungeons are too dangerous to solo without a party, and joining a party would expose him. Then the news breaks. A new gate has opened. Not a dungeon. A rift, classification, unknown. Location, the center of West Haven Academy. His old school. The rift is a tear in reality, black and bleeding violet lightning. It hovers over the central courtyard where he once ate lunch, where he once watched Lena laugh at something Darian said, where the sunlight felt like a lie. Now it's an evacuation zone. The entire academy is locked down. S-rank hunters from across the country are flying in. The association has issued a global alert. Aiden watches the coverage from a rooftop a mile away. The broadcast shows students being herded onto buses, their faces pale. He sees Lena, now wearing an Aegis uniform, helping with the evacuation. She looks tired. Darian is there too, his arm in a sling from the golem incident, barking orders he has no authority to give. And then the rift speaks. It's not a voice. It's a frequency, a vibration that travels through the ground and up through the bones of everyone in a 10-mile radius. It says in perfect system text that appears before every hunter's eyes, "The king below is waking. Send your strongest or the city burns." The association's response is immediate. The top 10 S-rank hunters in the country enter the rift within the hour. Aiden knows, with the certainty of the hidden system pulsing in his chest, that they won't be enough. The king below is not a dungeon boss. It's a fragment of the old world, a god left over from before the merge. He knows because the hidden system just gave him a new quest. Slay the king below. Reward, class evolution to hidden god. He has 14 days before the level drain starts anyway. He has nothing to lose. He pulls up his hood and walks toward the rift. Entering a rift is like drowning and burning at the same time. The transition strips away air, heat, sound. Then it reassembles you on the other side, gasping. Aiden finds himself in a vast cavern, the ceiling lost in darkness, the ground a slick black stone that reflects the light of distant magma veins. The air is thick with an ancient malice. He can feel it pressing against his mind, testing his willpower. 92 willpower holds. Barely. He activates Void Domains, a passive aura that cancels low-level debuffs, and moves forward. The cavern is a labyrinth. He encounters bodies within minutes. Hunters S-rank, their armor crushed like tin foil. King Below's minions are nightmare creatures, shifting masses of teeth and shadow. They're not in any bestiary. They're not from the system. They're from before. Aiden fights. Void Step and Arcane Lance work in perfect rhythm. He kills one. Multiplier, 742x, level 112. He keeps moving. The labyrinth twists, alive, trying to separate him from his goal. He finds a dying hunter near a magma fall. An old man, gray-haired, one eye missing, his S-rank emblem cracked on his chest. Aiden kneels. The man grabs his arm with surprising strength. "You're not on the roster," he rasps. "Who are you?" Aiden hesitates. "No one." The old man laughs, blood bubbling at his lips. "No one doesn't walk through a king's domain alone. Listen, the king below isn't a monster. He's a concept. He feeds on shame, on failure, On every person who ever told you you weren't enough. He'll make you live it again. Don't let him. The man dies. Aiden closes his remaining eye and stands. He's been living his failure for 17 years. A concept can't hurt him. He's already fought it. The heart of the rift is a throne room carved from obsidian. The king below sits on a throne of fused human bones, his form vaguely humanoid but vast, shifting, made of smoke and regret. His eyes are the red of the awakening stone. Aiden stops at the threshold. The king's voice booms without sound. Another insect, another failure seeking validation. Come, child, let me show you your truth. The world twists. Aiden is back in the stadium. The laughter. Lena's back. Darian's smile. The principal's voice. Magic apprentice. Expelled. He feels the shame rising, thick as tar. His willpower flickers, and then he does something he's never done before. He laughs. Not the broken laugh of the alley. A real laugh, sharp and cold. That's it, he says. That's your weapon? I lived this. I woke up every day with 0 mana and walked into a world that wanted me dead. You think showing it to me again will break me? It made me. The illusion shatters. The king below reels, its form destabilizing. Aiden's arcane singularity activates, a sphere of pure gravity that sucks in light, shadow, and the king's own essence. The battle that follows is not a battle. It's an execution. He hits a 10,000x multiplier on the first strike. The XP numbers don't even fit in the window. Level 200, 250, 300. Class evolution triggers 3 times in rapid succession. Arcane Voidwalker, Void Monarch, Hidden God. His body transforms. The shadow around him crystallizes into a mantle of dark starlight. His eyes become voids. His voice, when he speaks, resonates across dimensions. The king below crumbles into ash. The rift collapses. Aiden stands in the crater that was once Westhaven's courtyard, the morning sun breaking over the shattered buildings. Every S-rank hunter, every news drone, every surviving student stares at the figure in the center. The broadcast goes global. The chat servers crash. For 1 full minute, no one speaks. Then a single drone, braver than the rest, floats forward and projects a question in the system interface. Identify yourself. Aiden tilts his head. His face is hidden, but his aura is unmistakable. The system identifies him for him. It always does. A new window appears above his head, visible to everyone, everywhere, because a hidden god is no longer hidden. It reads in dark gold text, Aiden Voss. Level 413, Class Hidden God. Title, the 10,000x system. The silence that follows is heavier than the rift ever was. Somewhere in the crowd, Lena drops her communicator. Darian, still in his sling, falls to his knees. The principal, watching from the emergency bunker, has a heart attack and doesn't die, but wishes he had. And Aiden, the boy who was trashed 6 months ago, takes 1 step and vanishes into the void, but not before leaving a single system message for the world. It reads, next. There's always a next. The god of ash and silence sits on his throne and closes the live stream. The chat is still trying to process what they saw. He smiles a thin, dangerous smile. The hidden system pulses in his chest. The king below was just a fragment. There are more fragments, older gods, deeper rifts, and somewhere in the space between dimensions, something is laughing back at him. He stands. The 9 dead gods impaled behind him rattle in the wind. He has work to do.
If you enjoyed today's story, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss more stories like these. So go ahead and subscribe to help us hit that milestone. And don't forget to share your opinion about the story.